no funny intro today. There's nothing funny about losing 7-2 to the Atlanta Braves. I gotta ask the question, bros, how come on Sunday you didn't put up a recap video for the Phillies-Mets game? I'll tell you why. Who the hell is watching the Phillies at 1 o'clock, the same exact time the Eagles were kicking off against the Redskins? I'm sorry, it's just not happening. Not with this crap team, not with this garbage Phillies team. Am I wasting my time watching them at the same time or even over the Eagles, right? It's just impossible. So that's why the Phillies didn't get 1 second of my time, because they don't deserve 1 second of my time while they play the same exact moments of the Philadelphia Eagles. So let's dive into this game. But before we do, poof, $20. Use it. Use the promo code BRODES at SeatGeek's checkout. Nola today, awful. Especially the first 2 innings, all right? The first 2 innings were horrendous out of Aaron Nola, while the Braves had fantastic starting pitching. Nola was actually lucky. The score was only 4-0 after the first 2 innings. He allowed the home run to Acuna Jr. to start the ball game off. That kid is so special. I love watching him play from a fan's perspective. Holy hell, is he entertaining. But then there were bases juiced, 0 outs. Another run scored on a double play ball. You take that if you're Aaron Nola and the Phillies. You'd rather get the double play, get 2 outs, allow 1 run to score. But it could have been way worse, and it should have been way worse, realistically. We escaped the first inning 2-0. But in the second inning, there they go, making moves, continuing to put the foot on the gas early. Aaron Nola only went 6 innings, allowed 4 earned runs, and walked 4. He did better after the first 2, but not good enough. And I just wonder if there's too much stress on him. Maybe he's fatigued because he's going every 5th day. Who cares? He's just going every 5th day. Maybe there's too much pressure. Maybe he's being overused right now. In his last 4 starts, the Phillies are winless. So is it even working? Is the method even working? Let me answer that for you. No. No, it's not working. It's hard for me to get mad at Aaron Nola because he's our only pitcher. At the same time, he needs to be better. But I also have to use my knowledge and understand that when he goes out there knowing that he's the only pitcher who can get us a win, it puts a lot of stress on the kid. And you're starting to see more of what we saw early on this season with him. Just not his year. It's truly just not his year. And people want to say, listen, he's not a true ace anyway, because he only throws about 92. Real aces in this league give you that 95, 96 type stuff. Aaron Nola is not giving you that. I don't love that argument, because I watched Aaron Nola last year be so successful. This year he's losing command a little bit. He's not executing the pitches the same way. That doesn't have anything to do with only throwing 92. It just has to do with maybe some mechanics, maybe up here a little bit. But the Braves took that 4-0 start there, and the Phillies were never able to catch up. Nick Pivetta came in the game. This is great. This is great. Nick Pivetta came in the game. He allowed a 3-run bomb to Josh Donaldson to make it a 7-0 game. And I truly mean this. I'm sure Nick Pivetta is a good person, good human being. And that's fine. As a baseball player, I love when he fails, because he's just not good and he was so overhyped, and I just can't stand him as a baseball player. So when he allows a home run like that, when he allows a bomb, I crack up. I enjoy it. I truly believe that I enjoy it. I truly know that I enjoy it. He stinks. He's garbage. I don't want him on this team next year. I don't want him in this organization. I don't even want him with the AAA squad. I don't want him in this organization. To think that we thought he was going to be our number 2 this year. Not me. Not me. I didn't believe in the hype from day one. And I actually got chirped for not believing in the hype. The Phillies offense sucked today too, though, all right? They finished the day with 5 hits, but that's bull, because They had a couple hits there in the ninth that didn't really mean anything. For example, Cesar Hernandez hit a home run. Oh, congrats. Our 2 runs today were solo shots, actually. Corey Dickerson had one, and Cesar Hernandez had one in late garbage time. So, it is what it is. This Braves lineup is filthy, okay? Acuna Jr. scored 3 runs. Had a hit, which was the home run. Walked a couple times. Ozzie Albies follows him. He had 2 hits. Freddie Freeman, one of my favorite players in the league. 3 hits. The guy is so underrated. I love Freddie Freeman. The dude is a dog. Donaldson. How about Josh Donaldson? Had 3 RBI today because of the dinger. What a snag. What a pickup from the Braves. I would have never expected him to be this successful this year. He's having a tremendous season. I hate to admit this, but I don't at the same time. I love watching the Braves play baseball. I really do. I can compare it to being a Flyers fan, and I love watching Sidney Crosby. I love watching the Penguins play hockey. I do. That's how I feel about the Braves. I shouldn't love it. I shouldn't enjoy it. But how can I not? Like, I'm a fan of the sport of baseball, right? So take the Philadelphia fan out of me, which I can do. I can do that at times. This team is so entertaining. They're so young, and guess what? They're not going anywhere. And guess what? They call up guys in their minor leagues, and they work, and they're good, and they play in the majors. We don't get that. So guess what? The Braves aren't going anywhere. They're a fun team. They're deep. They're going to have a nice run this year. Last year was a stepping stone for them to get into the playoffs. This year, they're going to make some noise. I can see them competing with the Dodgers to get to the World Series. I could. My one buddy brought this up to me. And he said, we are bad Philadelphia fans. We are bad Phillies fans for giving up on the Phillies while being in the race right now. And I completely disagree. See, he's disappointed that other teams come into our building, that our stadium isn't completely packed. Well, here's my argument. One, it's the sport of baseball. Like, whether you are the Yankees, like, there's some teams where you're going to fill the ballpark no matter what. Any New York team, all right? So the Yankees or the Mets. That's just the nature of the beast in New York. They get that type of fandom because it's their number one sport. Okay? So you have that. You have the Dodgers. You have the Red Sox. You have the Cubs. We're not at that tier. We should be, but we're not at that tier. We're the next tier. Those guys, baseball is it. That's their number one. They love baseball. Number 2, we're not good. We know we're not good. We were told our product would be better, and this is a statement to upper management. It's not about supporting the guys on the field. And keep in mind, the guys on the field had plenty of opportunities to grab us as fans. You split the series with the Reds. Embarrassing. You lose to the Marlins consistently. Embarrassing. You on the field, the product on the field is the upper management's fault, but the players had plenty of chances to grab us as fans. Just because they're in the hunt, it doesn't mean they're really in the hunt. They're involved because the NL wildcard race is embarrassing as a whole. It doesn't mean we're good. It just means other teams are struggling just as much as us. We're actually doing a positive with how much we're not interested in the Phillies right now. It shows upper management something has to be done. For example, the Boston Red Sox just fired upper management. They won the World Series last year. And they're struggling this year. Fired. Let's get someone new in here. Is that a little too quick on the trigger? Maybe. But we're still rocking Andy McPhail, Matt Klentak. What have they done? They've done Zippo. Just my opinion on it. I think it's a good thing that our interest is dying off while we are still in the hunt. It shows. And the only way to show upper management that there's a problem is to not show up because it affects their pockets. When their pockets are the ones that get affected, that's when they make moves. That's when things change. You also have John Middleton. I talked about the Phillies and the Eagles being on at the same time. You have John Middleton at the Eagles game while the Phillies played in New York. What? That's embarrassing. That's the word of today's video, by the way, apparently. You are the owner of the Phillies, and you're not at the game in New York. And you know what? Even if you're not at the game, that's fine. You can't show up at the Eagles game. Terrible decision by him. Just terrible. I know I got sidetracked a little bit from this baseball game where we lost 7-2, but, I mean, listen. What is there to say? Nick Pivetta can't pitch? Okay. I think we knew that a long time ago. Our offense struggled? Okay. Aaron Nola stunk. I mean, it was just one of those games where, I mean, it's really unwatchable. I'm trying my hardest. I really am. I'm trying my hardest. But when stuff like this happens, it's hard. You know, good. They beat the Mets in a series at the weekend, on the weekend, during the weekend, whatever one it is. Good. Woohoo. They followed it up with a stinker to the Braves. I would have never guessed it in a million years. I knew not to bet Aaron Nola. Because the last 3 times I did, I lost. But I figured he was due. I was wrong. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I will see you next time.